Hey guys, so for today's video I'm going to be doing an anti-haul, and I've actually been wanting to do this video for a little while now. I've seen it all over YouTube. I feel like it's been really popular lately, and pretty much I'm going to be showing you guys products that I do not want to buy. They might be too expensive. I have products that are similar, or maybe they just didn't have good reviews. The purpose of the video is not to bash companies. It's pretty much basically to show that, I mean, you really don't need to buy like millions of dollars worth of makeup, because in the end I feel like honestly a lot of my makeup is so similar. Either with like lipsticks you have similar colors, with eyeshadow palettes they have similar colors. I mean, really you don't have to go out and like spend $1 million on makeup. Honestly, in my opinion, I don't think makeup is really worth like $100 and something. Like, I think you can easily get away with buying a cheap drugstore palette and it's just as good. I mean, really, you don't have to go out and spend so much money on makeup. I'm the kind of person that just loves drugstore makeup. I use a lot of drugstore makeup in my videos because I really just don't think that you have to go out and buy expensive makeup. Although lately the drugstore has been getting a little expensive. There's a couple of products in this video that are from the drugstore, and the reason I'm not buying them are because they're kind of expensive, and I really hate that the drugstore is getting a little more expensive, because it's like, no, you're the drugstore, you're supposed to be cheap. I'm not trying to bash any of these companies. Most of these companies I really do love. It's just some of these products I'm just not too interested in. But I do hope that you guys enjoy this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you do like it, and also don't forget to subscribe before you leave, because I have literally so many video ideas in my head. It's not even crazy, like just all these videos I want to film, and you don't want to miss out. And if you want me to do like more anti-hauls, then just let me know, because I think they're like really fun to watch. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get right on to it. Okay, so I have everything on my handy dandy phone. Oh, the first thing right here, but I also will have pictures on the screen too. But the first product that I will not be buying is the Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Full Coverage Concealer. Now, I've actually heard really good things about this concealer, and for a while I really wanted to buy it, but I do own the Tarte Shape Tape, and I've heard this is so similar to the Tarte Shape Tape, and I feel like I honestly don't need both. Like I said, the purpose of the video is kind of saying too, you don't have to like buy duplicates of things. Honestly, I've heard the Tarte Shape Tape is a little better. Some people say the Urban Decay one might be better. Some people say the Tarte Shape Tape is better. It really just depends. I feel like for my personal like skin and everything, the Tarte one just works better, and I don't know, it's cheaper and you get more product, and I'd rather buy something that's cheaper and comes with more product and is amazing. So for that purpose, I would not to be buying the Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer. But if you don't own the Tarte Shape Tape, then you know, you could always go out and buy the Urban Decay one. I really don't think that you need both though. So yeah. Next is the Revlon Photo Ready Insta Filter Foundation, and to be completely honest, I just think this is way too expensive for the drugstore. This is $18 freaking dollars. I know that like foundations at the drugstore are normally more expensive, but this is just like too much, and I don't really like the applicator on this either. I feel like it's just kind of a weird applicator, and you don't even get that much product either. Like, I just, for being so expensive and you don't even get a lot of product, and I've heard this foundation is like pretty good, but for the purpose of it being expensive, you don't get a lot of product, and the applicator is just kind of weird. I will not be buying it. Next is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. This has been all over YouTube, all over social media. It is really popular, but just for me, with my dry skin, I just feel like this wouldn't be a good foundation. It's perfect if you have oily skin, but if you got dry skin, I don't think you're gonna like this. And also, I don't like to go for something super full coverage either. I kind of just like it to look like it's still my skin, but just cover up, you know, those spots. I don't know, I like something more on the light to medium coverage rather than like, you know, bam, full coverage. It doesn't even look like your skin. I'm not really all about that kind of life. As you've probably seen from my YouTube videos, I usually don't go for something super full coverage. I just like more of a natural finish, and for me this foundation just wouldn't work out well. I mean, it is $40, and that's not expensive for a high-end foundation. I'm not saying this is expensive, but you know, it wouldn't work out for me, so I'm not gonna be buying it. So next is pretty much just the whole Maybelline Gigi Hadid collection. Again, this was just really expensive for the drugstore, and I don't think any of these products are anything special. I don't really get why companies will make stuff more expensive just because a celebrity has their name on it. I really just don't get that. I mean, maybe you could charge like a couple dollars more, but the stuff was like just really expensive, and I love Maybelline. I think Maybelline has a lot of really good products. I'm a huge fan of their foundations and their concealers and their mascaras, but I just wasn't a huge, like, I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of this whole Gigi Hadid collection. I know it's been popular for a few months now, but I just think it was really expensive. And I've heard there are a couple good things from the collection, but I've heard most of it's just, you know, it's just okay. It's the same old Maybelline makeup, they just charge more for it. So for that reason, I won't be buying anything from the collection, and I don't know. I mean, I might buy one thing in the future, but like, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I just told my dad to, like, you know, be a little quiet since I'm filming, and I don't know what the heck he's doing now, but we're just gonna ignore that. But yeah, I mean, I've heard that the eyeliner is pretty good, but I mean, just, I don't know. I just probably won't be buying anything from this collection because I just think it's a little too overpriced. Okay, so next we have the Too Faced White Chocolate Bar Palette, and guys, I just don't like the shades in this palette. I'm not a huge fan of just the combination of everything. I don't know, they just don't look that pretty. Like, I'm definitely more of like a warm tone kind of gal. I like more like the oranges and the reds and the browns and everything, but this palette just has like, I don't know, even just from looking at it, it doesn't even look that pigmented. Like, obviously I can't say anything because I've never swatched it, but just from looking at the shadows, they don't even look that pigmented, and like, I just don't like the shades. I'm just not a huge fan of the shades, and Too Faced definitely does have good, you know, palettes, but I don't like this palette. I don't like it. So next I have some more eyeshadows, and these are from Mcgrath, and these are the Mothership palettes. And guys, these are freaking $125. Like I said, I'm not the kind of person that believes makeup should really be that expensive. Now, this is like the luxury makeup, but I only get 12 shades in the palette, and they have 3 different ones, but none of them really intrigue me. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of any of the palettes, like any of the shades in the palette. It's just so expensive, guys. Like, this is $125. I don't think these palettes are worth $125. You could get a freaking Morphe palette that has like 1,000 shades for like 25 bucks. I mean, no, I don't want to spend $125 on a 12 color eyeshadow palette where I can get it so much cheaper and get literally like 50 shades and get a bunch of other ones too that are probably just as pigmented for way cheaper. Like, no. So last but not least, like I said, I really don't have like too many things to share with you guys, but these are just some of the things I don't want to buy. But this is from Fenty Beauty. This is the Galaxy eyeshadow palette, and I'm just not a huge fan of the whole Galaxy makeup, rainbow makeup, you know, just all that. Like, I just don't really, like, for me, there's just not a purpose. I will never wear something like this. I mean, there's a lot of really nice, fun, you know, colorful shades in here, but I mean, I just usually don't tend to go for the colorful shades. And if I'm gonna have a palette that has colorful shades, I'm probably just gonna have one palette like that, because I tend to go for more of, you know, the natural looks. As you can tell today, it probably doesn't even look like I'm wearing much eyeshadow. I just went with something super duper natural. I normally just go with something really natural. For me, this just isn't my cup of tea. I don't know, for someone this might be their cup of tea, but for me it's not, and I won't be buying this palette. So, sorry, Rihanna. And yeah, that is it for this video. There really weren't too many things. I honestly don't like to be negative, but these were just some of the things that I am not going to buy, and I hope you guys found this video a little helpful. But if you do like these products, then I mean, you know, good for you. I mean, everyone has their own opinions, but these are just things that didn't really interest me. So yeah, I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye! Mwah.